Hey guys, what's up? This is Gum, and welcome to another update video. Today is July 16th, at least in terms of me recording this, and we have quite a bit to talk about because I've got good news and not so great news, and some general plans for what I'll be doing here on YouTube and Twitch over the next couple of months. So let's get to it. On the not so great news side, I am still in the middle of my move. I'm not in a final place just yet, so content's still not going to be back up and running at full speed for a little bit longer. But the good news is we do finally have a place. Like, my mother has signed a contract, money has been exchanged, and we will be moving into a new apartment at the end of the month, at the end of July. So while I will be unfortunately missing any like birthday stream things or any kind of celebration on that front, at least in August, I will have my own room, of eventually internet. We'll see how that one goes. And then I should be able to get back to doing not only like general recording, but also hopefully streaming as well. So I'm looking forward to that. I've been going real stir crazy, not being able to like do any like recording or streaming on like any consistent basis whatsoever. So for the quick little recap for the people who don't know what's been going on, who might have missed my last few update videos, I have been in the middle of a move with my mother ever since March, which is why I haven't been able to really post too much, because I've basically been lugging my computer and my monitor from hotel room to hotel room and not always getting it like set up and stuff. And you know, obviously a hotel room is usually a studio kind of like setup where it's just, you know, some beds and that's really it. So I've been sharing the space with my mother for the last three to 4 months, and I don't record in the room with my mother. It's just something I don't do, and will never do. So yeah, it's been weird. But that's coming to a close. Like I said, I'm moving into an apartment, and I've been there in person. It's not so bad. It is, you know, obviously it's a small place, and it is an apartment, so it's not like where I could be in the house. So I will have to like worry about like, you know, like neighbors and not trying to like wake up somebody who lives directly above me or directly below me or whatever. But at the very least, the location of the apartment we have is like at the edge of the building, so I only have to worry about up and down in terms of like noise. So that will be nice at the very least. So we'll see how recording goes, and maybe I'll be able to record in the middle of the night anyways, though we'll see. Like right now I'm whispering because it's fucking 4 a.m. in the Philippines, where I am right now. That's other part of the recap I was meant to say, is that I'm in the Philippines now. After we went from Texas to Montana to California, now I'm in the Philippines since the end of June, and it's been okay. I've been mostly staying obviously in the hotel room, and then now the Airbnb, so like that part's relatively been the same across the board. It's just I'm sitting here in air conditioning waiting for the move to finally be over. But I do have a little bit of time here over the next few days, which is why I'm making this update video, and then I'm gonna, after posting this update video, get to recording other stuff. And that brings us to talking about what we're gonna be doing over next couple of weeks, then also kind of next couple of months, give or take with a grain of salt. I don't know what's gonna happen completely within the future, but I'm gonna try. But yeah, so over the next few days, since I do have a little bit of time where I have the Airbnb to myself, I'm going to be trying to record Destiny 2 Edge of Fate, which just came out. So I'm going to go through the campaign of that, and so you can expect that to go up over the next few days, as well as hopefully Doom the Dark Ages, which I did start to record back in June when I had a little bit of time where I was able to record, but not enough time to be able to finish it. So hopefully I'll be able to finish it over the next a few days as well, and I can post more of that. I do have a few of the videos for Doom the Dark Ages already like rendered and uploaded, so that will start going up after Destiny, and then it'll just be a matter of me actually trying to like finish the recording within like the next 3 to 4 days that I have of like recording time. After all of that, you know, obviously like I said, I only have a few days, so it'll be whatever I can post of the Destiny 2 Edge of Fate stuff, the Doom of the Dark Ages, and then other things that I have a backlog of, like Avowed, Dragon's Dogma 2, Pokemon Scarlet, Grounded 1, because Grounded 2 is going out in early access on July 29th, so I would like to try and get that out over the next couple of weeks, etc., etc. And then when we're actually moved into a place in August, that will be the beginning of me trying to catch up on some of the stuff that I've missed over the last few months, starting with Death Stranding 2, because that is the one that I'm the most excited for. I even played Death Stranding 1 back in June. I replayed it on PC because it was on sale for like $16, and I was like, hey, I'm down to try and like directly experience the game rather than like watch a recap video. And so I'm glad I did that, though the timing was a little bit off, because I thought I was going to be able to beat the game, by the end of June, fly to the Philippines, and then we had like a general plan, and the idea was we were going to be, I was hoping we'd be moved within the first week or two of July, but that didn't end up happening, so oops. Still, at least I have like the memories of replaying as Sam Porter Bridges and all that, so I'm looking forward to Death Stranding 2, and then after that it will be a mix of trying to play other games that I've missed over the last few months, like Expedition 33, obviously, like I said, Doom the Dark Ages, but that will hopefully be finished by the time I go there in August. There's been a lot. The Altars is another game that I missed that I really want to play. I'm trying to think, but I didn't write down all the stuff. It's going to be, that's a future me's problem. I'm going to go and just like see what's come out over the last few months and then get to like playing those. Obviously, we're going to go back and play some of the stuff I started as well, like Oblivion Remastered, Stalker 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, Red Dead Redemption 2, etc., etc., Tears of the Kingdom. Those will be like medium priority for me, is trying to like finish all those games that we otherwise started, and then beyond that, the other high priority will be the games that are coming up, because we are coming up on the gaming season. This is the period of time where a ton of games come out. August has like 3 games that I've got listed here: Mafia: The Old Country, Dying Light: The Beast, Metal Gear Solid Delta, which is the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. I'm going to be trying to play all of those, especially Dying Light: The Beast. I love the Dying Light series, so I may even see about playing Dying Light 2's DLC before Dying Light: The Beast, but I don't really think it'll be super necessary. And again, I don't really know exactly how things are going to go in terms of smoothness in the move in at the end of July / the beginning of August. But you have other stuff coming out in like the next couple of weeks as well, like Wildgate. I really liked Wildgate in the playtest. It's one of the other reasons I didn't really post anything in June, was I was procrastinating with Wildgate's playtest. And then after that, Death Stranding 1. But I might try and do some Wildgate content. Once I'm moved, we shall see. I would like to get like a couple of multiplayer things going again, like Marvel Rivals. And Wildgate, even though it's a little bit awkward for me now because I am in the Philippines, so my ping is fucking dreadful sometimes. Sometimes trying to play games with friends in America, my ping will be at like 300 or something, but it is what it is. I can't exactly do anything about that. But I'll see what I can do about multiplayer stuff in general. But you have stuff like Killing Floor 3 as well. That's going in early access. Maybe. They've already delayed that once before, so we'll see. But if it doesn't get delayed, I will try that out too. September has a lot of stuff as well. You have Borderlands 4, Silent Hill F. Those are like the 2 biggest ones I'm excited for. Borderlands 4 will probably get a bunch of hours. It looks good. It looks good. A lot of people who've played Borderlands before are excited for it, and I just enjoy the Borderlands series in general, so I will see how that goes. October has a bunch of games like Ghost of Yotei, which is Ghost of Tsushima 2, basically. You have Pokemon Legends ZA, so I need to finish posting Pokemon Scarlet and maybe do the DLC for Pokemon Scarlet. The Outer Worlds 2, another thing I'm super excited for. Fucking love the Outer Worlds 1. I might do the DLC for Outer Worlds 1. The only problem with the Outer Worlds 1 DLC is I don't think I have my save anymore. So I don't know if I can do the DLCs without having to like just replay through the whole game myself or something. we'll see. There's also Arc Raiders, which is an extraction shooter a lot of people have been excited for. That's coming October 30th, so that might be added to the list of things I try to play multiplayer-wise. There's also a whole lot of other stuff coming out, obviously between August and October, that I just don't have like here listed, but I'm touching on like the big stuff, and we'll see what happens with all the other smaller things. When I say smaller, I mean like range from indie to like medium, like Digimon Story Time Stranger. That seems cool. I really would love to play a Digimon game. I love the Digimon series. But moving on from that, there's also probably Call of Duty. That's probably coming out in November. They haven't announced a release date yet, but it's going to be Black Ops 7, which means I probably will go back and try and play like Black Ops 6 and some of the other Call of Duties before that as well. But yeah, that's basically going to be my next couple of weeks, next couple of months. Generally just going to be trying to get back into like a consistent schedule before making hopefully bigger changes in the future. But I'll talk more about that in the next update video when I'm like actually moved in, and hopefully also not being anxious and paranoid about like it's currently 4:40 a.m. so, and I've heard people moving around, and they weren't moving around before I started recording this update video, so I think I might have woken people up. And God, life sucks with anxiety. Sometimes I wish I was just stupid and didn't give a fuck about other people. It would solve a lot of problems for me. But it unfortunately doesn't work that way. So, well, on that front. But yeah, I think I'll try to wrap up the video here. I've recorded this a couple of times. And they were like much longer, like 20-25 minutes, but I would like this to be a little on the shorter side. So yeah, thank you for watching this update video. I'm sorry for not posting too much over the last few months, but I will hopefully make up for that over the next few weeks and the next few months as we get back into things, especially in terms of like trying to post the rest of my backlog and stuff. The biggest thing for me, one of the biggest reasons I've been procrastinating, one, I'm just a procrastinator in general, ADHD, all of that. But two, it's also just like, for me, working is like a loop, and it starts at like recording. The loop starts at recording and then moves on to editing, rendering, uploading, scheduling, and then circles all the way back to recording. And without the recording part, it's just, it doesn't feel like I'm actually like clocking in, right? It doesn't feel right. It feels, I guess it's kind of like the difference between like being at school and doing schoolwork versus having homework. Recording is like the schoolwork, me being at school, and then it's like it's a lot easier to transition from like, okay, I did some recording, now I need to do editing, than it is to be like, I'm not doing anything at the moment, I guess I'll edit. That's always been one of my biggest problems just in general, is bringing myself to like edit from like a nothing, like me doing nothing state. So, but hopefully I'll also be able to do a couple other things while we're here in the Philippines, such as maybe see another psychiatrist and start other kinds of medications, not the ones that I went to psychiatrist with, because there's other kinds of meds, and I don't want to like crutch myself just because bad shit happened once or twice or 3 times or whatever. So just trying to keep it lighthearted on that note. So yeah, anyways, thank you for watching this update video. Again, apologies for just the weirdness of content over the last few months. I'm excited to get back into things, and thank you all for bearing with me over this weird up and down journey that I've just been kind of taking over the last few months. Yeah, thank you for watching this video. I will hopefully see you all in the content that will be going up over the next few weeks, and otherwise I'll see you in the next update video. Have a good one, everyone.